How to distinguish between dogs with scabies and dogs with dermatitis. I have met many owners who ask me how to treat dogs with scabies. They have treated them in all kinds of ways, from injections, bathing with leaves, to taking medicine, but it did not get better. So I asked them to send me pictures to see if it was scabies or not. If you continue to treat it in the direction of scabies, but it is not scabies, it will not be effective. And this is a very common mistake, because many people see their dog losing hair and seeing red skin and conclude that the dog has scabies. But in fact, there are many causes of hair loss in dogs. For example, bacterial dermatitis, fungal dermatitis, or even allergic dermatitis. Sometimes it is due to very simple problems like fleas, but you just treat it as scabies, which ends up wasting a lot of time and money. That's why in today's video, I will share with you a basic way to distinguish between dog scabies and other skin inflammations. Through that, it will help you determine whether your dog really has scabies or not, to avoid the case where we treat scabies that is both time-consuming and expensive without curing the disease. In dogs, there are two types of scabies. These two types will have different signs and different levels of itching, but the treatment is the same. One type is contagious to other dogs and can even be transmitted to humans, while the other type is not contagious. I will talk about each type so that you can easily understand it. First, look at this picture. This is a typical type of scabies in dogs, also known as Demodex scabies. This disease is common in dogs under 1 year old and very rare in adult dogs. The disease has two levels. Mild level, or what people call local scabies, means that it only affects a few places on the body. It does not spread and is almost not itchy. The main damaged area will be the eye area, especially around the eyes and muzzle. Like the dog in the picture, we see that it has round hair loss around the eyes, so people also call it a dog wearing glasses because it looks like it has glasses on its eyes. And of course, if it is like this, it must have developed for a while. Otherwise, when it first got it, it only lost a little hair around the eyes. If it is more severe, it can spread to the muzzle area and even the front legs and elbows. I repeat, with scabies, hair loss is mainly around the eyes, the muzzle, and the front legs. Those are the three main locations. If you see hair loss on the thighs, belly, waist, or the top of the head, it is very likely that it is not scabies. At that time, it could be a fungus or bacterial dermatitis or another disease. This type of scabies is not contagious to other dogs in the house because adult dogs have a very strong immune system, unless they have an immunodeficiency. Then it is okay. Otherwise, if another dog plays with the one with scabies, it will not be infected. You do not have to worry. And it is not contagious to humans. However, if a female dog has had scabies and gives birth, it is very likely that the puppies will also develop scabies after a few months of age. The second disease we can encounter in dogs is Sarcoptes scabies. This type of scabies causes much more severe itching than Demodex scabies, and it can be transmitted to other dogs in the house, and even if we come into contact with it regularly, we are at risk of getting it too. If your dog has this scabies, you need to immediately isolate it from the other dogs in the house. If it is contagious, we will have to treat the whole pack, which is very expensive and time-consuming. Secondly, we must be careful when coming into contact with these dogs because Sarcoptes scabies can be transmitted to humans and it causes very strong skin allergies. Of course, on humans, the scabies cannot reproduce, it cannot develop like on dogs, so if we are unlucky enough to get infected, it is not dangerous at all. It will only itch for a few days and then go away on its own. But it is better to be careful. No one wants to be itchy, right? The typical sign of this scabies that we can distinguish is that it loses hair and forms very hard scabs, that is, very hard scales, on the edge of the ear and the elbow area. These are the two main locations. If not treated, it will itch more and more and lead to widespread hair loss. Therefore, the dog will leave scratches on the skin because it scratches too much, and at this time the bacteria on the skin will grow very quickly, and it creates a very bad smell. Right from afar, you can smell the bad smell. Some dogs are so severe that they can even form pustules. To summarize, we have only 3 notes. Note number 1, scabies is not very common in dogs. The condition of dermatitis caused by allergies, fungi, bacteria, or flea allergies is much more common. So don't just see hair loss or itching and jump to the conclusion that it's scabies. Avoid the situation where you buy medicine and use it, but the dog doesn't get better. Then you go to the vet and then find out that there's another disease, which is very unfortunate. Note number 2. Scabies often has signs of damage that are concentrated in the head, face, elbows, and front legs. If you see hair loss in areas like the belly, back, thighs, groin, or the top of the head, but the face and front legs are not affected, then it's very likely that it's not scabies. That's experience. And thirdly, if you're not sure what skin problem your dog is having, it's best to consult a veterinarian before buying medicine. Veterinarians will test and examine under a microscope to see if it is scabies or not. If based on that experience, the correct rate is only about 80%, and 20% is the case that it may not be very accurate. This experience is to apply to those of you who have dogs that are too big to take them to the vet, or have places where the vet cannot come to your house to treat or examine. You also need to have a milestone so that you can suspect whether it is scabies or not. From there, you can treat it in a direction. To avoid the situation that you just treated vaguely, but it is not the right disease, and it is costly. And that is all I want to share in today's video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section so that I can support you. If you find this video interesting and useful, please like and share the video. In the following video, I will share with you the most effective way to treat scabies on dogs. And to not miss this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and goodbye to all of you.
Thank you for visiting. We'll see you next time.
Oh!